What's happening, YouTube? Kite Planet here, or Kite if you're like that. Some people aren't like that. But it doesn't matter to me. Why? Because I'm like that. Are you like that? Are you doing anything to be like that? Some people are like, do your homework on me. Yeah, well, I did. That's how I found out. You're not really like that. You're not really him, like you say. So yeah, hit the like button. Show some love. Rule number one, don't be hating. Get yourself some good karma. It's free, easy like that. Hit the subscribe button as well, because I will be making more videos. I'll be doing the spoilers on Friday, Saturday, whenever. Had to take a break this week for, personal reasons. But anyways, back to regular scheduled programming. So yeah, hit the subscribe button if you mess with me in general. We're gonna go all the way up to the moon. This is a Blue Lock channel, period. Anyways, also subscribe if you like tier list videos, because this is what this is. It's a tier list video on the impact I think the bench players are going to have. I'm gonna get into it in a second, but yeah, let me just pull it up for you real quick. All right, so check it out. Now, this is a tier list video on the impact I think bench players are going to have, because the NEL Egoist League is coming to the crunch time. It's the final games. We're getting this with this last chapter. We got right into the training of Blue Lock. There was no downtime, no banquet, no feast. This isn't One Piece after all. There's not a feast after every arc. So we got right into it, and I don't know if the games are going on right now as they're training, or if like a day or two they're going on. It wasn't really clear on my part. I don't think it was clear on their part either, if they were happening right at that moment, but it doesn't matter. We got right into it. So I think with how the dynamics of the teams are, a lot of things are going to be shaken up, and bench players are going to come off the bench to help. With the Ubers losing, they have a bench. They have bench players that can help them, as well as Manshine. They have a very deep bench with decent looking players, and they could use them to their advantage if they really wanted to. Same with PXG and Bastard Munchen as well. Every team, Spain especially, they really need some help, and we all want, I think I speak for all of us when I say we wanted more players to go to Spain. Like it seems like people were scared to go to Spain. Like they didn't want to test their skills. There should have been a lot of players that went to Spain. I think Yuki probably should have went to Spain, and just a few other players who could work on their skills. Maybe Nagi, possibly Rayo. I don't know. Could have been a lot of players that went to Spain. But yeah, they got a pretty decent bench though that people don't really pay attention to. But we're going to get into that right now. So look at my categories. If you can't see, they are top 23. That means that these players will make it into the top 23 with their bid, like off the bench, coming off and doing something like that. Most of these players don't have bids except for Hiragi Reiji, the dude who looks like Neji, and Nanase. Did I put Nanase in here? Yeah, he's in here. So yeah, everybody else doesn't have a bid as far as I know. But yeah, receive a bid means they get their first bid, or they already have one. Mid impact means they get in and they do a little bit, but not enough to really get them on the board or make an impact, obviously. And no impact is no impact, obviously. So yeah, let's get right into it. Obviously, with this last chapter, we saw Monk, and so I think that this dude's becoming a running gag character at this point, kind of like a Buggy from One Piece situation, but I don't think it's as well written. But yeah, so I think obviously somehow he's gonna make it onto the team. I'm not sure how he does it. You can let me know if you have any like cool plot line on how he gets in, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't see bro doing much to get in. It's obviously going to be just because the author likes the character. Anyways, okay, so let's put the people who have bids already on here. Hiragi Reiji had his shine. He didn't have his shine, but he got on the board, as well as Nanase Nijiro. That's how you say that. So you got Hiragi Reiji. He's from Manshine, if I'm not mistaken, and Nanase is from PXG. So they already have bids, so I think they'll stay in this area. They won't make it into the top 23, but they'll keep their bids, because now we know that you can lose your bid. And yeah, because I think Rayo had his first bid from Manshine. If you go do your research, do your homework on me, do your research, that he had his first bid from Manshine. Now he has this 36 million, which was lowered from his previous 40 million, and it's from a different team. We discussed it in my Discord. That will be linked below, and it looks like it's from the Blue Lock version of Leeds. So yeah, you can lose your bid. So I think they'll maintain their bid, right? And they'll stay with receive a bid. All right, so I'm gonna come out of left field with this one, right? Because I need to say this. I was looking at this guy, Himizu Aiki, and I think that this dude will have an impact. Okay, why? Because he's an interesting looking character. He has a forked tongue. Anyways, he has a forked tongue, and like a sharp canine. But obviously we know with Blue Lock at this point, they just throw away designs, which is a waste. In my opinion, I think it's a waste in everybody's opinion. We would love to see these characters fleshed out more, whatever you want to say. But yeah, I think he looks really cool, and I think he'll receive a bid. He looks too cool not to just be sitting on the sidelines there. Now, obviously, this is all speculation because I can't really tell. The only people I can really tell with are the people who have like plot lines like Monk or Igarashi and Hiragi Reiji and Nanase, who already have bids. So you can try to predict their trajectory. Obviously, this is a big topic. I think Kiora Jin will get in. I think the thing with Hiyori set up to where Hiyori's like, nah, I'm not just working with you, Isagi. I want to work with the best strikers. I'm making the plays for the best strikers. I want to create them. And so a lot of people think Kiora Jin gets in and is like, I'm going to help Kaiser, or I'm going to help Kunigami, or I'm going to work with Yukimi and Kunigami. He could do any number of things. I just don't think he's going to be working with Isagi. I think we can all come to a consensus on that. But what if Hiyori likes the way Kiora Jin plays and he likes that Kiora is in good spots? So he might be passing to Kaiser and Kiora the majority of the match and not Isagi. You just never know. And Kiora Jin, if you do go back and look, there was a panel in episode of Nagi where he was on the face of with all the guys who were top leaders in their stratum. Baro, Rin, Shido. Why is he in that company and he's not a scorer? He has to be a volume scorer of some sorts, and he's taken a back seat during the Neo Egoist League for whatever reasons. We all see that Hiyori should have been a starter from day one. So it's possible for players to be on the bench when they shouldn't be on the bench. But I'm spending too much time on Kiora. I think Kiora will get into the top 23. At least I hope he does, obviously. Neru, I'm going to go in and say, I'm going to say mid-impact, because I feel like he should have been in. He should have been in for Mensa or Birkenstock on Bastard Munchen, and it would have helped them out greatly. But he hasn't been. I don't think he's the guy we're saving up all this time for to have a big impact. I don't think he's the guy. So I'm going to say he has probably mid to no impact. I want to say no impact, but he's going to get in and do something, I think. Actually, I'm going to go no impact, honestly. I know a lot of people like Neru, but I don't see him doing anything. There's not really a spot for him anywhere. But yeah, I want to come once again from left field and say that Saramadara the Predator. You don't get a nickname like that for being weak. So I think he's really cool. He kind of looks like the little brother of Choppy. He's got the dreadlocks going on, and he's got the Predator nickname. So I think that he's cold. I think he should receive a bid, and I think he should help his team out. Who does he plays for Manshine. Manshine, they got to go head to head with the Ubers, and they need to do something because the Ubers are a very good team defensively, and we don't know the situation that the author wants to take that game. That could be one of the most hyped games. It has potential to be more hype than Bastard Munchen versus PXG, in my opinion, because of the Nagi Baro situation and how they get against each other. Baro's one of the only people that can fire up Nagi. So that's a good combination. And then when you tag all these side characters on with it, I think it's a good matchup. And that brings me to my next topic, which is Ishikari, like the tallest high schooler, whatever he is. And I think that will help Baro because Baro doesn't have a proper midfielder. He's just getting the ball from whoever he can. The passes aren't too great. And so I think adding this really tall dude more offensively instead of defensively, because the defense is fine. Adding this tall guy, add a new dimension, literally, to the offense where he can get different types of passes. It may open stuff up for Baro, in my opinion. As well as Shiguma, I think he's in there too. He's a big guy too, but I think he has no impact. I'm not going to lie. I think, they're only going to let one dude shine, and it's going to be him. So some guys I also think this guy has no impact. They leave me no reason to believe he's going to do jack shite. Anyways, Sakura Tetsu, I think he looks cool. He has like the blue hair. I can't remember what team he's on. I think he's on Barcha, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think he has to have some sort of impact because Barcha's coming up to play PXG. They can't just get steamrolled. They will get steamrolled if these background guys don't show up. Just having Bachida can only do so much. Yes, his playstyle and his scoring ability are fantastic. Well, his scoring ability isn't really that good, but his just playstyle in general. He doesn't really have a shot or anything. He's kind of in the same boat as Isagi, where his weapon and the lead up to the shot is better than the actual shot. So, yeah, I think all the guys from the bench of Barcha will have to have some sort of impact, if not receive a bid. I'm going to go, I know this dude kind of looks cool, so I'm going to say he receives a bid. And yeah, I think they have to do something. They have to help Bachida out, or they're going to get steamrolled. Like, Bachida can't do everything. Now, Nishioka, I'm not letting it go. I swear I'm not letting it go. I'm not. I don't care what you say. He has to get into the top 23. Aomori's messy. You don't just say something like that and then give him and then say he's injured, right? You don't even address him like that if he's not going to come back into the future at some point. Why not just treat him like the rest of these background characters you've been treating him like that way? So why? He has to do something. He has to come back. He's the lefty. He's got to be nice. I won't let it go. I don't think I even need to explain too much about Nishioka on that situation. Now you got Endoji. I really want Endoji because he's like a Rekka Hoshimiya / Naruto ripoff. I want him to do something. So I'm going to put he receives a bid. I think he's nice. I think he's got one of the best, if not the best, background character design. I don't know why I just said it like that. But yeah, I think he's a sleeper pick, and I think he's going to receive a bid of some sort. I don't know if it's going to be defense. Let me stop it, bro. Because why wasn't he in against Manshine City? Because if he was good, he would have got in. Some other players got in. Nanase got in over him, and I just think that's absolute BS. But anyways, yeah, I think he has a mid-impact, but I don't want to give him no impact. And then you got Yuzu Haruhiko for PXG as well. I think he has no impact. He looked cool, but I think that PXG is just way too stacked for them to come in and do anything. But yeah, I think these background characters are going to have a big role coming up in these next couple games, or just the bye week games and then the final games, because, you know, we've seen pretty much everything every team has to offer except for the bench players. And it looks obviously that the people who will be coming in and making the big impact are the people from Basser Munchen. Of course, it's the main characters team. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good list. And you can let me know your thoughts, who you want to have an impact. If you want to make your own list, I'll save this and link it or something, or you can join the Discord and I'll link it in there. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this, what you think the role of the background characters will be. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and like, for real, actually let me know if you think the background characters will play a part, or if you think the Neo Egoist League just proceeds to just flatline and just be like, all right, we can pretty much predict what's going to happen. And the only thing that will shake up is with the main guys that we know, like Shido, Rin, Isagi, Baro, and so on and so forth. Those guys, Nagi, Rayo. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.